And this problem tells us to find the missing measures in the triangle. I have a given angle there at P. I have two unknowns, x and y. I notice they're on the outside of the triangle, so those are side lengths, and they've given me a third side length. I'm thinking to myself that if once I solve for one side length, then I have two side lengths, then I can solve the third one using Pythagorean theorem. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to label. I'm going to highlight my starting point. From here, then I can label the three sides. The first one, class, this one is the opposite. I'm going in this specific order, so I always go the adjacent last. Across from the right angle is the hypotenuse. And then this side is called the adjacent. There's a couple of things you can do in this problem. Normally we would use SOHCAHTOA, and we are, but we can normally we would eliminate one of those. Does that make sense? But here you have two unknowns. So what you can do is you can just put your finger and cover it up and pretend that's not there. And let's figure out a trig ratio. I have the opposite over the hypotenuse. Class, which trig function could you use? Sine. Sine of that angle, 36 degrees, is equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse. Sine of 36 degrees. Class, what's the opposite? Is x. And the hypotenuse is what? 18. And then I'm just going to cross multiply to solve. I have a calculator ready equation. X is equal to 18 times sine of 36 degrees. Now let's just say you raise your hand if you started this way. Okay? Some of you may have started this other way. So notice how I had put my finger at y. Now you can cover up x. And you can start this way. Class, if we have the adjacent and the hypotenuse, we can use cosine. Cosine of 36 degrees is the adjacent and the hypotenuse. And the adjacent side is y. And the hypotenuse is 18. And then you'll do the same thing. You're going to cross multiply. There I get y is equal to cosine of 36. Try that again. Y equals cosine of 36 degrees times 18. So there I have two calculator ready equations. Didn't tell us where to round. So if I don't tell you where to round, then you're okay. You can just round anywhere almost. 18. Yes, we've been learning how to use extra set of parentheses. Sine 36 gives me approximately 10.6 for x. The IN is inches, so now I can put my units back in. You could have used cosine of 36 times 18. And you get approximately 14.6 inches. Again, if you just found one of these using one trig function, so if x is 10.6, then you can use Pythagorean theorem to solve for the y, and you'll get that as your answer. So class, do you have to set up two trig functions? You don't have to. You really only have to use how many? One. If you use both, that's fine. Class, do you have to use Pythagorean theorem? No, but you can get the second one. I will also do a quick geometry recap, and this might help you verify your answers. In geometry, it says that across from the largest angle is the largest side. That means that the medium angle should give us a medium side, 14.6. And across from the smallest angle should tell us the smallest side. And if I look at all my numbers, that works. Biggest number, medium number, smallest number. Okay?